Sup shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands. Welcome to this video. It's not a video I'm particularly happy about needing to make, but it's one that is needing to be made because I have recently found out that my videos are being uploaded without my consent to Bilibili. They're being uploaded without my consent, and I'm disappointed by that. I am disappointed. I have made it clear in the past that I don't want my stuff uploaded to Bilibili. I do have a Bilibili award, like I did have an account on Bilibili. But the short of it is that the main reason I left Bilibili is because I had an account and I got to like 100k subscribers, and people donated to the channel via the videos and stuff, and I also received. My understanding is that there were proceeds from the views on the videos. Bilibili owes me money. It owes me money for those videos, and it would not pay me. I gave them a form of identification, my driver's license, when I joined Bilibili, and I verified my channel. They needed a form of identification, like one that was recognized as like a national identification in New Zealand, that is a driver's license. I gave it to them. I've used my driver's license for PayPal and other money transfer sites, and there's been no issues with that whatsoever, so I figured that would be enough in order to continue further with stuff on Bilibili. But when it came time for me to try and withdraw my money and to ask them for that, they needed me to give them a second form of identification, which is not something they'd mentioned any time earlier. And what I remember of it, and I could be wrong, is that they legitimately were just so difficult to deal with. Like trying to get any payment out of them, like there'd be times where they just went silent. And to be fair, I was so furious with them that I would go silent. I had like support people from Bilibili initially when I was doing what they wanted me to do, which is make content and make people happy and stuff. So they'd send money through to them, which I'd never receive as per now. But basically, the moment I started wanting money, they started getting difficult. They basically, I remember it being that initially they didn't think they could pay me for it. But then they were also like, actually, like you have to send through another form of identification. And I didn't want to do that, as I was concerned that if that second form of identification was misplaced, or if there was like a breach or something like that, great, they'd have not only my driver's license, but my passport. And I didn't feel comfortable giving them a second form of identification because no other institution I've needed to deal with has needed more than one form of identification. And if they have, they usually tell you to let you know up front. And so for me, I feel that Bilibili was disingenuous. At first, they were not honest with me about their expectations and regards, especially as I understood I was a foreigner. They got me a fucking English-speaking support person, for goodness sake. So they knew that I was from overseas. And I just think they were trying to get me into the system, they gave me presents like Legos and little muffin things and stuff like that, and then little Lego stuff. And it's great, but I want my money. And at the time that I wanted my money, like at the end of 2022, I think it was, or something like that, or the end of 2021, I was really struggling financially. I was going through a lot of shit. I wanted to quit at that point, but then I had a lot of commitments to videos to other people that I needed to upload. So I got through them by like March 22-ish, and then I left the website for good. And I haven't been on Bilibili since. With the reviews I do, I actively encourage people to not upload to Bilibili because I don't want it on their platform, because I don't like Bilibili as a website. I don't think that they are a website that foreigners should get involved with. I don't think that people outside of mainland China should try it, because I think it's just too difficult to get paid the money you're owed. If it's for like shits and giggles, that's fine. If you can get past 100-question quiz, that's fine. Good for you. I don't think that for people inside mainland China, Bilibili is a bad thing, because they can probably get their payments straight away. But I couldn't, and I felt screwed over by it. So when I see my videos on here, it makes me very kind of like sad, because it's like, I don't want this on here, but it is, and I have no control over that. And it's just like, there's reviews of like Jay Chow, they've put their own reactions and stuff like that. And like, if I'm honest, I take issue with that by itself. These are not just reaction videos. I'm trying to sort of break this music down and analyze it. Yeah, there's reactions, but everyone does reactions. Reactions are universal. It doesn't mean it's a reaction video. It's like completely discarding any fucking critical analysis of it. Most of the reaction videos I've watched have simply been people going, oh, that's great. There's a few like the charismatic and voice and stuff like that they react and they give analysis on it and stuff like that, and it's like a reaction review. But like I do reaction reviews at best, at the most, right? Or otherwise they're just reviews. But I get it at the same time, because the way I listen to a track at first is like, it seems like a reaction video, and then the me talking about I get it. Just, I don't want it on here, man. I don't want this stuff on Bilibili, and I don't want this video to be too negative or grumpy because I've enjoyed not being on Bilibili. If I'm honest, Bilibili is stressful. It was stressful, but it's also true that I probably would have stayed on Bilibili if they'd paid me my money. And if I'm honest with you, the fact that it wasn't just the money from the views on the page, but it's worth, if you are someone who donated to my Bilibili page, I never received your money. It stayed with Bilibili. And no matter what they tell you, they were refusing. They were unwilling to pay me that money unless I gave them an additional form of verification that was beyond the initial ID, legally credible ID I provided. They wanted more. And I do not remember getting a guarantee from them that that would actually occur if I provided that. So I legitimately think anyone who donated to me with that premise got screwed over too. And I feel really bad about it. I'm sorry. For any of you that donated to me via my Bilibili page, I never received that money, and you need to know that. And if there's anyone that you should be mad at, it's Bilibili, because they made it difficult as possible to do so. And I'm disappointed that it's here. And so I'd kindly ask, if I go over here, I'd kindly ask Tracy to shut down their Bilibili page, or to not have my stuff on it. But yeah, look, I'm gonna go and just chill for a bit. I'm hoping I can make this into a video that makes sense to everyone here. It's a short one. If they want to open a dialogue and explain why they thought it would be okay for them to upload without my permission, that'd be fine. If it's because of the fact that there's a firewall and people can't access YouTube, that is the firewall's problem. It's the firewall's problem that you can't access YouTube. It's not my fault. I tried to do this. I tried to be a part of Bilibili. So then with that logic followed, it is Bilibili's fault because Bilibili were going to pay me the money I owed, but then they didn't because they decided not to. That's what it comes down to. I don't care about. They shouldn't have said they could pay me in the first place if they only had one ID. They should have just off the bat said, look, give us 2 forms of identification if you're from overseas so that we can actually pay you if you receive donations. That would have been fine. I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done Bilibili if I'd known I need to. And I think that if we're honest, I think Bilibili knows that most people from overseas, if a website's like, hey, we need multiple forms of legal identification just so you can receive, I don't know how many, like 3 cents or something per 1,000 views, I don't know what the payout is anymore. I've forgotten, but I don't think anyone's going to do that. So I think it was a bit disingenuous. But anyways, thank you to those of you who do not upload my stuff to Bilibili. I'm sure there's other people who have uploaded my stuff to Bilibili that I haven't found. Thank you to the person who showed me this video. You know who you are. I'm not going to name them for obvious reasons. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next review. Or the next video, I suppose. Alright, and if anyone from Bilibili watches this, the only thing I want to hear from anyone at Bilibili is that money is being transferred to my PayPal account.